Hi students, in this video I'll be going through exercise 10E question 3G. Alright, so this is a question on the proving of trigo identities. Alright, so let's read the question. Okay, so the question states that they want us to prove that sine x over 1 plus cosine x plus 1 plus cosine x over sine x is equals to 2 cosecant x. Right, so for a question like this, we always try to start on the side that is more complicated. So in this case, it will obviously be the left-hand side. All right, so let's try to start from the left-hand side. Right, so left-hand side equals to sine x over 1 plus cosine x plus 1 plus cosine x over sine x. Right, so if you look at the first step, the question is given to us, there really isn't much that we can do except to try to combine into a single fraction. Okay, so why would combining to a single fraction be a good idea? Is because on the right hand side, right, you can see that there's only one term, which is the 2 cosecant x, right? So if we can combine into a single fraction, and then after that, when we try to simplify, we may be able to get this cosecant x out, right? Okay, so let's combine into a single fraction. So we will have, for the first term on left, we have sine square x. Okay, we need to add a sine x, then over sine x, 1 plus cosine x, right? Then plus, okay, over here, we will need to add in the 1 plus cosine x. So we'll get 1 plus cosine x square over sine x, 1 plus cosine x, right? Okay, so this is what we're going to get. Okay, so usually for this kind of question, I wouldn't want to expand the denominator because later on I may have some things above, right, whereby I can cancel off with the terms below, right? So there's no point in expanding it, all right? Okay, so let's combine into a single fraction. We will get sine square x plus 1 plus cosine x square over sine x 1 plus cosine x, right? Okay, so the only thing that we can do now is to expand this 1 plus cosine x square, right? So we will get sine square x plus 1 plus 2 cosine x. Okay, so you can see that's where the 2 comes from. Okay, we need a 2, right? Okay, plus cosine square x. Okay, so the denominator will still leave it as this. Okay, then in this point of time, you need to think what kind of simplification we can do to the numerator. So you can see that there's a sine square x and a cosine square x, right? So whenever you have sine square x plus cosine square x, you will actually get 1, right? Due to the identity, right? So the identity that we are using here is this. Okay, so we'll change that to 1. So you'll get 1 plus 1 plus 2 cosine x over sine x 1 plus cosine x, right? Okay, so we're almost there already. Okay, so from here you will get 2 plus 2 cosine x. Okay, so working seems a bit long, but that's because I'm just showing all the steps in detail. Okay, then from here you can factorize out a 2, and you can see that you have a 1 plus cosine x that you can cancel off from the top and bottom. Okay, there's no 2 here, right? So there's a 1 plus cosine x that you can cancel off from the top and bottom. So you are just left with 2 over sine x. Okay, and we know that cosecant x is 1 over sine x, right? So this 1 over sine x will now become 2 cosecant x, right? So this is sine x, right? So we have managed to successfully show what we need on the right hand side. Okay, so you can see that for this kind of trigo proving question, it's not that difficult. Okay, in fact, if you do more, you realize that actually it's one of the easier type of questions to do. Okay, so every step you think, what can you possibly do? So like this one, the starting part, you cannot do anything else except to try to combine into a single fraction. Okay, then as long as you are careful if you're working, okay, later on you should be able to find that you can use some sort of identity. So in this case, we can use sine squared plus cosine squared equals to 1. Okay, then we can simplify the whole expression. So also remember that most of the time it's not necessary to expand the denominator. You can just leave it in this form so that later on there might be things that you can cancel off with the numerator.